Abusua Ghana mampani abediechi Her Excellency Professor Jane Naana Opoku-Agyemang ena wo twam no sanso ena His Excellency Dr Mahamudu Bawumia edimu bi ena chese wo mo ebesen Akko State House na ohwe a mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama woni ne hokani maame First Lady Lordina Mahama wo mo abedru sanso ena Sierra Leone mampani a wo bana wo ne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akom ho abomu na wo mo etimi ana sampani fo matwa nananom e won siedo yewra bio ena wabedu a wo mo oshane inno ha Ghana News TV eso no ani gu a wo hwe ne medin ene nana sefa libobo na busu ameso se ne ndi kan aba hwe me a na wa subscribe na wa share video yi e de amame.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we acknowledge the arrival of His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, President of Sierra Leone and Chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State.
Enti abusuanti afei ena du Ghana mampani ene ne hokani wo mo abedru ohwese moto no edi ahimwa na ohwese police car edi anim na Genesis no eto aso no dia na chese Ghana mampani ene ne hokani ene ne mma mo ba bedu National Vigil abusuan mo fa ncheme ye na ye de ana mpanifuo nwotwe a omoto anananom wonse do enam helicopter kwanhia wo munyaye wabra na omokọ oboase no mpanifuo yi ene yura Dr Omane Boamah on na defense minister opani Alhaji Dr Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed now a minister for environment Alhaji Muniru Muhammad acting deputy national security coordinator Dr Samuel Sapon vice chairman Edema NDC Ura Samuel Abuaje former parliamentary candidate ma obuase for abusuan His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene maame Lordina Mahama ene si fomu a areho womoko womakotena ase na ya she Vigil na se no ha the forecourt of the state banquet hall na dwumadie koso ne se ye fa e de abremu amonya bia hwe no ye di kan ye live de but we no ye ne aye edit wo bench na wo hu ade ne ni clear pa one His Excellency Dr Mahamudu Bawumia chair one amampania wo free Sierra Leone eba ye one no atonsa achia one Speaker of Parliament Yera Alban King's First Man Bagby Right Honorable Atonsa Yemachia former President John JA Kuffour etimubi MPP mpanyifo ahodo NDC mpanyifo ahodo we no Omani Ghana na enyenti no wonyina akom ho abomu a omoye na omode aye Vigil sonko ohwa ensawomu ado agiri mrahye bedwani na eka minority caucus ho a omo badwamu na mekayo se empanifuo no edino mento asoma we Yura Samuel Abuaje na oye former oye parliamentary candidate edema omanfo a ewo ye obuase bia na nka omo kwa akodi omunkuyi a omoto a nananom won se do akwanhia mu no. Abusia Ghana mampani abedi Her Excellency Professor Jane Naana Opoku-Agyemang emraso se wobeka abakosem efa mpanifo ye omato nananom won se do na eho yenko na yenkotie nemra.
The President of the Republic of Ghana, please allow me to stand on the protocol established and to go on to make my reflections. This is not a time for perfect words, nor a time for the right thoughts, because there are none. Many of us here have experienced our departed colleagues in different places and times, in many ways and forms, even contexts, however momentarily, however lengthy. Those experiences now crystallize into memories, those that we now hold and those that we can latch onto. But the conclusions always cuts both ways. Should we ask our colleagues, who usually would have been with us at public events such as this, I believe they would have their stories too, personal, formal, intimate or otherwise, of their encounters with us, those who mourn them today. Just that we cannot hear their voices, we cannot share their narrative now, but we recognize the quality of the material they brought to the national table, which is the agenda for development. They have played their roles, and admirably so. They have served their nation and humanity well. How about us? What we feel, and palpably so, is the bewilderment, the confusion, the anger, the sadness, the denial, the grief, maybe acceptance at some point. What we know now are emotions that are expressing themselves from many quarters, including grieving parents, family members, siblings, wives, children, colleagues, neighbors, friends, and many others. And many more others who never knew them, but who hurt anyway. We have a nation in mourning. What we anticipate is a demand for answers. Abiding questions may include, why is this happening? Why did this happen? Why now? Why them? What should we do? What should we know? What are the lessons? How should we learn the lessons? How should we apply them? This is definitely not a time for distasteful gloating over the misfortune, for postulation. This is not a time for apportioning blame. It is a time for sober reflection, of paying attention to detail and to facts. A time for ensuring that mishaps are avoided going forward. It is a time for considering if the unhelpful barriers we consciously continue to build and maintain, which persistently divide us as a people, is worth the effort. It is a time for wishing our colleagues who have perished in the line of duty peaceful rest. It is a time for praying for comfort for their families and for everyone. It is a time too for the rest of us, all of us, to renew our pledge to work in ways that truly advance our country, as they have tried to do. Quote, Father, in thy gracious keeping, leave we now your servants sleeping. Thank you very much.
President of the Republic of Ghana, to give us his reflections.
Amen. Kindly resume your seats. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Mrs. Lordina Mahama, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Jane Naana Opoku-Agyemang, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Alban S.K. Bagbin, the Acting Chief Justice, Justice Paul Bafo-Boni, and Justices of the Supreme Court and members of the Judiciary, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Kuffour, Your Excellency, the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the Chief of Staff, Minister of State, senior government officials, the National Chairman, General Secretary, and members of the National Democratic Congress, members of the Council of State, members of the clergy, both Christian and Muslim, traditional leaders, heads of security services, members of the diplomatic corps, heads of international organizations and agencies, families of our gallant fallen heroes, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, the good people of Ghana. We gather tonight under a cloud of shared grief, our hearts heavy with the profound sorrow that has gripped our nation. The news of the helicopter crash at JA Kuffour, which tragically claimed the lives of 8 of our beloved citizens, all of whom were proudly serving our great nation, has shattered us to the core. Our nation is indeed in deep mourning. In my official capacity as President of the Republic of Ghana, I wish to extend the sincerest condolences of our nation to the bereaved families, the spouses and children who have lost pillars in their lives, the parents, the siblings grappling with the unimaginable pain, and the countless friends, colleagues, and community members who cherish these dedicated individuals. I pray that the cherished memories of these our loved ones will serve as a guiding light, illuminating a path towards through the darkness and devastation of this national tragedy. But I'm not addressing you today solely in my capacity as President. I stand before you tonight, additionally, and quite humbly, as a person who is also personally grieving the departed. But I'm not interested in addressing you today solely, Each of the 8 individuals on that helicopter was either a friend, a cherished colleague, or a valued citizen of this country that I lead. Indeed, some of them were like close family, like brothers, and so I feel their loss quite deeply. It pains me to think of them reduced today merely to names written and repeated again and again in news reports both here and abroad. They were only a few days ago vibrant lives, each dedicated to a singular cause, the betterment of our country. I want to honor those lives that were lived in full with unwavering passion and a commitment right up until they took their final breaths. Remember Flight Officer Chumampedu, Squadron Leader Peter Anala, Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah, Samuel Abuaje, former NDC parliamentary candidate for Boise East and Deputy Coordinator for National Disaster Management Organization, Samuel Sapon, National Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Alhaji Limuna Muniru Mohammed, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, MP for Tamale Central and Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, and my friend and confidant advisor, Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boamah, serving as our Minister for Defense. What compounds our collective grief and shock as a nation is the sudden, unpredictable, and violent nature of their passing. Culturally, we've become used to preparing for the loss of loved ones, even in brief illnesses. Yet in this increasingly complex and fast-moving world, we're sometimes faced with such sudden bereavement, forcing us to confront how fragile and how fleeting life really is. Here today, gone tomorrow. Recently, in a similar tragic accident, a few days before, we lost 15 of our young citizens, members of a church singing band who had gone to perform at a youth program of their church. Similarly, on that occasion, I expressed my condolences to the bereaved family and placed a personal call to Openyin Abraham, who is the head of the Savior Church in Ghana, to whom these young people belonged. It is at times like this, however, that the true spirit of us as Ghanaians reveal itself. We showcase the profound compassion that we have, our inherent decency, our indomitable resilience, and our deep-seated unity that have come to define our nation, Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, we come together tonight not solely as a nation divided by regions, ethnic groups, or political parties, but as a nation of brothers and sisters, held together by the fundamental understanding that we are indeed each other's keepers. Each one of us stands at the center of a vast network of people that extends beyond any single region or ethnic group. That was precisely the case with our 8 brothers we have just lost. Combined, I'm certain that the communities that they touch span the entire width and breadth of this nation, creating an interconnected tapestry of human relations. We're truly one seamless, unified family, and therefore we must not only mourn as one, but commit to healing as one. Their ultimate sacrifice, though painful beyond measure, serves as a powerful reminder of the profound work that remains to be done for Ghana. We know with absolute certainty that they will not want us to be paralyzed by grief. Indeed, they will be the first to urge us to pick up the mantle, to channel our sorrow into renewed determination to get the work done. This is precisely the spirit behind Resetting Ghana agenda. A comprehensive call to reevaluate, to rebuild, and to reignite our collective ambition for a stronger, more prosperous nation. It demands courage, innovation, and an unwavering belief in our shared destiny. Let us therefore transform this profound sorrow into a catalyst for action. Let us honor their memories not just with tears, but with renewed dedication to the very ideals that they lived and died for. Let us recommit ourselves to working tirelessly, transcending our differences and focusing our energies on the monumental task of nation building. They served Ghana with their last breath, and it is our sacred duty to continue that service, to build the Ghana they wanted, a Ghana of opportunity, justice, and prosperity for all our citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the end of the 3 days of mourning that was declared for our fallen colleagues. We move from grieving to accepting our loss. Following the positive identification of the bodies of our deceased brothers, we will lay the first two of our comrades to rest tomorrow at the military cemetery at Chado. Consultations with families will determine the burial dates of the remaining colleagues. This is the enduring legacy they would expect, the progress they would demand. In closing, I would like to leave you with the poignant words of another native son of ours, one who served this country well, and who was also taken from us suddenly and in an equally violent and shocking manner. And the brief poem is titled, The Journey Beyond. And this son of ours is Professor Kofi Awuno, who was a former member of the Council of State. And I quote, he says, the howling cry through the doorposts, carrying boiling pots, ready for the feast. Kutsiami, the benevolent boatman, when I come to the river shore, please ferry me across. I do not have tied in my cloth the price of your stewardship, unquote. I'm certain, countrymen and women, that at the end of their passage, our 8 comrades will be met and welcomed on the other shore of the river by Professor Kofi Awuno, who wrote that poem, His Excellency Professor John Evans Atamils, Madame Theodosia Salome Oko, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and all the other past great sons and daughters of our dear nation, Ghana. May the souls of our comrades and colleagues rest in perfect peace. May God bless their families and all who knew and loved them. And may God continue to bless our beloved homeland, Ghana. I thank you.
Warriors here, this is Gungulum, 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 Gung. This is Ghana News TV. The time is 6 o'clock. Let me follow. Ghana.
So send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha. Usulem fi. Say ye fear wo pese wo ntono. Usulem fi. Edan ya na say japade a wani da so a wo pese oto wa Africa ha no. Usulem fi. Say wo send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no wo Africa ha. Usulem fi. Sanso e na say wo tie obi school fees ama no a. Usulem fi. Nyenti amekanfo lem fi ama one say utimi send this sika e fa lem fi so a e ma ni begu bank account mu. Sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu. Eno achi nso no de bia lemfi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo send a wo benya lemfi e secured na wo send sika enche na nipa wo send ama no ne nsaka lemfi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal and France. What the lemfi send sika untu ahwe bomodia dey use me code NEWS news na say ene any day di kan o register o lemfi so a unya bonus sanso e na use chance so a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma.
Edward Kofi Omane Boamah. Where do I start and how do I begin? A man of depth, intelligence and wisdom. A soul calm as the ice but fierce as fire. My boss, my big brother, my guide. Omani was humanity personified, concerned even about the minutest details of those he loved and cared about. His attention to detail was par excellence and second to none I have known. Omani understood what it meant to care, and care he did. Family was everything to the man. He would always admonish me to spend time with my wife and kids. I remember walking into his quaint living room at 4:30 a.m. in November 2015. And there he was marking pre-exam questions for his kids before they went to school and he to the ministry. Omani's love for our country was only surpassed by his deep love for Rita, his dear wife, and Ekia, Ama, and Yao, his children and world. They were everything to him. This ethos he imbibed into me in every single conversation we had. Sam, how are Vera and the kids? Sam, spend more time with the children. Sam, there's no better home teacher for the kids than you and Vera. Who would you call, or who would call me now to ask me of my kids' academic performance? Kofi. I remember with fondness our 2 dinners this past May. Myself, you, Obobia, and Joyce Bauer, and the conversations on life and the future that we had planned. How could you have abandoned us, Kofi? This was not the script nor the plan. Our hearts are broken in ways we never imagined, and our spirits are pained beyond words can describe. We are left with but memories of you, your smile, your wits and quips, your legacy. Yes, Omani's legacy. It is written in the many lives he touched and impacted, a legacy of selfless living. Kofi, they say you are gone, but you live in all of us. The world bids you farewell, but we refuse to let you go, those of us who know you. We refuse to let go of the values you not just taught us, but lived. Thank you, Kofi, for everything. Thank you for helping me with my first cabinet memo. Thank you for proofreading many of my speeches. Unfortunately, you couldn't do this one. Thank you for prepping me for many of my TV shows. Thank you for being my compass and guiding light in the mazy haze of politics. Thank you for simply being you. Edward Kofi Omane Boamah.
Death was met initially with disbelief, but then sunk in and has left very deep grief in the hearts of the NDC. Even after confirmation, the reality remains very difficult to accept. Why must the good, the selfless, and the brave depart so soon? The answer remains elusive. Dr. Edward Omane Boamah, until his passing, was in charge of the NDC Electoral Directorate. And his contribution was enormous. He was the very heart of everything that we did, as far as the day-to-day electoral activity of the party was concerned. May his memory be a blessing. Dr. Ibrahim Murtala, from his time as Secretary General of the All Africa Student Union, through Parliament, to becoming first a Deputy Minister, an MP, first in Nanton in 2012, and now Tamale Central, remains a true comrade, a man who loves to go by the title Comrade Murtala, which reflected his deep belief in solidarity and collective struggle. Dr. Samuel Sapon, a stalwart of our party in the Ashanti region, forged through the PNDC era, and as a former police officer, that discipline, punctuality, reliability, and sense of duty stayed with him throughout until his untimely demise. He was a dependable servant of the party, a man who truly embodied service above all. Alhaji Muhammad Muniru Limona, a devout Muslim, philanthropist, seasoned public servant, a deep and strong member of our party. We want to remember his memory as well and pray
that his memory remains a blessing. Honorable Samuel Aboagye Kweku Edu, who rose to contest the Obuasi's East parliamentary seats both in the 2020 and 2024 election, and subsequently was appointed by President Mahama to become the Deputy Director General of NADMO, where he served with energy until his untimely passing. May his memory be a blessing as well. These 5 men embodied the very lifeblood of our party, each unique yet united by their commitment to our party's ideals. They shone brightly in the public eye and worked diligently to ensure that NDC is where we are today. In that final moment, the journey that took them was the journey that centered around gold. How gold has become, instead of a blessing that it was meant to be for our country, it has become a means by which poison is affecting our country's waters, forests, lands, which is the very degeneration that has happened to our country. Their lives have been lost in an effort to ensure that gold again became a true blessing for our country. What we can do in order to honor their memory is to ensure that this battle is waged until gold again become a true essence of this beautiful nation. Gold become the true embodiment of what this nation was meant to become. A true golden nation that is supposed to inspire not just the West African region, Africa and beyond. May the Almighty grant them eternal rest. May their memories remain a light for all who labor in the vineyard of our great party. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy shall come in the morning. Cadres may go, cadres may come, but the fire of the revolution shall abide. Thank you.
Intelligent, no side. The intelligent, no side. Power. Super. General. We are number one. Yatawachi. Next 4 years na aba. Yatawachi de nene. Next 4 years na aba. Next 4 years na aba. Yatawachi de nene. Yampa bada. Yatawachi de biya yampa ba. Next 4 years e bon paye. E bon paye ma papa. Papa e bon paye ma. Next 4 years na aba. Yamiti bibi abe yeye. Amen. Tawachi. Yampa bo Tawachi. That's why you're son. Yampa bo Tawachi. Yampa bo Tawachi. That's why yes. Yampa bo Tawachi. Papa Tawachi. Papa Tawachi.
Former President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, was
Follow and watch Ghana News TV.
So send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha Usulem fi. Say ye fear wo pese wo ntono Usulem fi. E dan ya na say japade a wani da so a wo pese oto wa Africa ha no Usulem fi. Say wo send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no wo Africa ha Usulem fi. Sanso e na say wo tie obi school fees ama no a Usulem fi. Nyenti American full lem fi ama on say utimi send this sika e fa lem fi so a e ma ne begu bank account mu sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu. Enu achi nso no de bia lemfi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo send a wo benya lemfi e secured na wo send this car enche na nipa a wo send ama no ne nsa aka lemfi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal and France. What the lemfi send this car untu ahwe bomodi a dey use me code NEWS news na say ene any day di kan register or lemfi so a unya bonus sanso e na use chance so a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma
menu makwekwe sa sempa kania semenam na meti asempa na mamo amane a na ma no keka me anyam bia what ANS Trading Agency Limited nka se wo ka se door to door for no de na e watwa e sense obi ne wa wo se wo ho sa door to door business nim wo nneoma wo UK a wo de ko Ghana ana se Germany a wo de ko Ghana 3 to 5 weeks e be kwa kodu nipa ne punu anu se try na de mo demonstration ko se adwuma de we mu ne se wo mo bo no e da form se boko ANS Trading Agency Limited e wo air freight special service and nneoma ne ye de be fa plane entintempa na akwa kodu obetima fa sa kwa we ya so de nneoma free Ghana akwa UK ana Germany FGG dem which na also agina ye na men drop bomb ANS Trading Agency Limited pe and a 40 footer any 20 footer container ya fe UK ediko Ghana ana Germany ediko Ghana omo manuoma ye mere import o export o dem there for you omo Ghana na money 0249 170 423 UK has over free 0790 802 7527 Germany 09173 771-2733. Wobenya A&S Trading Agency Limited. Our West Croydon. A&S Trading Agency Limited. Quantum Brantem. Wana bebo ya baso. Maybe next time in your fill up from the bebro.